Caden. He says, okay, so I have a 18 inch and I'm looking to upgrade to a 20.5 and I'm a mid-level rider. I can almost 360 and I'm not what? Oh, not sure if I should build up a custom or go with a complete. Sorry, meant to make one message, not two. And then he made three. Okay, Caden, your best bet. Well, this is interesting because are you tall enough for a 20.5? Like, I feel like most people going from an 18 inch to a 20 inch wheel size should go to a 20.00 inch top tube and not necessarily a 20.5. Now, if you are the right height for a 20.5, go crazy, go for a 20.5. Here, hold up. Let's pull up the Dougsterbob size guide. Kind of burping. It's weird. Here, I'll pull it. Hello, Dougsterbob.com. Oh, look at all these. I need to turn the ads down. Anyway, Caden. So if you are, look, 20.5 is going to be perfect for someone who's 5'6" to 5'9", especially if you're on an 18 inch right now. I imagine you're probably closer to like this, probably closer to 5'3", maybe even a little bit smaller where you should be on a 20 inch. So that's the thing. So if the answer is I should be on a 20.00 inch, like that's the right size for me, go custom all the way. And I actually have a form here. Let me see if I can, I don't know how I can send it to you. I'll probably, trying to think, because it guides you through building a custom 20 inch, like 20.00. It gives you a link to buy 165 millimeter cranks. It gives you a link to buy a shorter reach stem. It gives you a link to buy shorter handlebars. And it guides you through building up that bike by giving you a link for literally everything. Like here. Check this out. And it's part of my email list, but I don't know how I could get it to you, you know? Oh, hold on. That's not what we want to see. Hold on. So anyway, Caden, so assuming if 20.5 is actually right for you, get the Weed the People Envy. That's really high quality. It's 20.5 option. So go with the 20.5 option. And that's your best bet. Best bet, hands down, especially at your skill level, because anything else that's a little bit lower quality and more affordable is going to be 20.75 or 21. So anyway, if you want to build a 20 inch, look at this. This is so handy. Pick any frame from here. Obviously, it's going to go to Dan's comp, but these are all 20.00 inch frame options. Okay. And if you want to make your life easy, you could just buy a build kit, buy the frame, buy the build kit, and you are done. If you want to make your life a little more complicated, you'll pick some forks from here. These are general offset forks. If you want, these are bars here. And then anyway, it just walks you through everything that you need to know to build your own custom for a smaller rider like you. I'm just trying to think how I could send that to you. Does anybody want this? Like, if anyone's interested in this build guide, even though it's just for smaller people, like, let me know. Caden, I guess just let me know if that's something you want, and then I will, I can figure out a way to get it to you. But if not, go with the 20.5. You know what I mean? All right, thanks. That was very helpful. That custom build guide would be awesome. I think I'm just nervous I will grow out of a 20 inch top tube too fast. What do you think about the kink whip? I am 5 feet. Yeah, if that's hard because I don't have little children. I don't have children at all, right? So I have no idea how fast kids grow. It's really hard. Like, sometimes they just, next thing you know, they're really tall, and then sometimes they just slowly grow. That's hard. Like, that's like me trying to know how to work on a Ferrari. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how fast kids grow. I don't know. Anybody in here have kids know how fast they grow? Do you guys think Caden's going to outgrow this bike really fast? He's 5 feet. And how old are you, Caden? Did you say 13? Because that would mean, like, to get the 20.5, you would have to grow more than 6 inches for it to be the right size for you, like to be the perfect size. Yeah, you could start to ride it at 5'6" at 6 inches, but you'd have to grow quite a bit. So I don't know what your timeline is. Like, is it a year? Will you grow that fast in a year? Let's ask Google. How fast do kids grow? They get taller at a steady pace, growing about 2.5 inches each year. Okay, when it comes to weight, we don't care about weight. 6 to 12-year-old. Well, what about after that? Oh, here, average Safari's a hunk of junk right now. Okay, why isn't it telling me the answer? 13 months? We don't want to know about look at this. You guys, it's with this new Mac, Safari's, oh, look here. Okay. Typically in the intense phase of growth, or the 3 years between 12 and 15, heights are about 4 inches per year for boys. So that is interesting. You look at Look at the Google bar. It's all broken on here. That's crazy. Wow, that's tough. That is tough, Caden. I don't know, man. I think he's 12. Okay. I'm looking at the comments to see if anyone's got some insight here for Caden with how fast he's going to grow. Here's what I'm going to just say, Caden. I think it's best if you go the custom route. I think that would be the best bet for you. It's going to cost a lot of money, but the parts on that bike are going to last very long, right? You're not going to have to worry about them changing. And so when you do eventually grow, let's say a year from now, the 20.5 option is best for you, and you already built up a custom 20 inch, all you'd really have to do is buy a 20.5 inch frame, and then you'll be set for another couple of years. And I think that would be the best option than going with like the kink whip is great, especially for the price, because when you talk about this custom price, you're probably going to be spending like $1,300 on the bike. And that's a lot. That's like 3 kink whips. So, but with that being said, the custom will probably last as long as 2 or 3 kink whips. And if you get just a 20 inch because you think you're growing to be 20.5, growing to the size where 20.5 is right for you very soon, then I'd get a lower quality 20.00 inch bike, knowing that you're going to upgrade later on and get something like the kink whip or the We the People Envy. But if you're going to get something that's almost too big for you, and then grow into it, I just think that the amount of time you're spending from, like, let's say right here's when you grow into the bike and right here's where you start with it. Like, this is a long time to be on a bike that's not necessarily the right size, and it could hinder your progress. And another thing that happens with people that are riding an 18 inch bike is that when they go from 18 inch to 20 inch, even if it's a 20.00, 20 inch, like the bigger wheel size, that's 2 inches extra added on the wheels. The wheelbase is a lot longer by 2 inches or so, and it makes it really hard for you to do the tricks that you can already do. And so, like, I see kids go from 18 to 20 inch, and then they hate BMX because BMX is all of a sudden way harder than it used to be, and they just don't have as much fun riding anymore. And so that's why I really stress for these smaller guys to get a 20.00 and not a 20.5. Like, as from a parent standpoint, financially, it makes sense to get a 20.5 because they're going to grow into it, but that's an extra half an inch of wheelbase, that's an extra half an inch of top tube. Like, that's going to make it really hard for the kid to ride at the level they're riding on the 18 inch right now. So it should be baby steps, even if you're going to be spending a little bit more money overall. So I do think the 20.00 is the way to, and then as you grow, get a 20.5 frame. I'm going to upload that sheet to Google Drive, and I'll just send the link in the chat. So if any of you guys want it, I guess you can have it. What you'll have to do is make a copy to be able to download it, though, because I'm going to lock it. Anyone with the link? Okay, here we go. I'm going to send this link. If any of you guys want that 20.00 inch complete bike like guide, that link should take you there. I'm going to click it and make sure. Oh yeah. Wow. Look at that. That's so handy. You're welcome. You guys are welcome. Okay. Caden, sorry. That was such a long-winded answer, guys. And, but I really, really, really hope it helps our good friend Caden out a little bit. All right. Caden, another question from Caden. Caden says, sorry for all the questions. It's okay. It's okay, Caden. What is a good price for a custom? I have over 800 saved, but don't think that's enough. Also, do you know of a good 20 inch top tube frame? Let's look at that thing again, because those are the only 20 inch options, but price wise, I guess you could add all the cheapest ones. Dance Comp did a custom bike build with pretty much the most affordable parts that Mike could find, and all from Dance Comp, and he built it for under $1,000. So that's fully custom. This is for a bigger 20 inch than yours, but under $1,000, right around $1,000, you can get it put together with mostly second tier parts like Salt Plus, Submission, and some core brands, but mostly like the secondary lower tier brands. But anyway, I'd say around $1,000 would be good. And for you, Caden, like that would be fine. Even if you're using those secondary brands, as long as they're full chromoly and they're the stronger versions, you'll be good. You will be fine. But yeah, I think you'd have to save up just a little bit more, because like the frame on here, the cheapest frame, maybe you can go the sale route and buy a bunch of sale stuff, but the cheapest frames around, like, I mean, the total Kilobee is $255, but majority of them are about $300, and then that only gives you $500 to spend on the parts. But if you get the stolen build kit, that should put you $529. That puts you just at $900. That puts you right over the $800. So yeah, so and and in terms of a good frame, I think the Sabrosa Rose frame is good. They do a lot geared towards smaller riders, so the geometry on that Rose frame is going to be better for you since you're a little bit smaller than, say, the Colt. The Colt Shorty would be good than, say, the Heaven's Gate frame. But oh my God, look at all these questions.